Now we move on to taxes, and I'm going to say this is a tax. And I'm talking about gasoline prices because that is like a tax to Americans. It acts the exact same way as a tax on America. But listen, not only is it a tax because it's directly coming out of our discretionary spending or our discretionary income. So gasoline, though it may be framed in the retail sector as discretionary, it isn't discretionary. We don't have any choice. We can't say, I think I'll put gas in my car today. We don't get that. We don't say that. We might say, I think it's time to buy a new TV. That's discretionary. But putting gas in your car is not discretionary. So it is a tax on our money, our discretionary income. And we are starting to see that go up. Now, wait a minute. You can't have importing inflation, taxes on our gasoline, right, without our gasoline impacting our produce. Because our gasoline going up means that the truck that is filling up, that is bringing the produce to the supermarket, is likely going to have to charge a little more to do that. The produce owner, the supermarket, can, if they wish, increase the prices so they can maintain their margins on produce. That's just one example. I don't have to tell you that the vast majority of everything we get is probably going to require diesel fuel in some way, shape, or form, which is going up, right? So I don't have to tell you that. Now, this isn't 2008. It's a very different situation because we are coming off a global pandemic. So we are coming off of not low margins because the economy is going through a recession. We're coming off of no margins, zero. So we're coming off of zero margins. Wait a minute. We're coming off of zero margins for the last 13, 14 months. If I want to be conservative, I'll say 12 months, zero margins. So do retailers, wholesalers, do they want to give up the margins for an entire year? Maybe some of them have the wherewithal to write that off. Maybe some of them don't care about that. It's water under the bridge, and they're just praising God. Well, I don't know about that, but they're hopefully thanking God that they're still in existence, right? And that might be good enough. But subconsciously, remember, I'm a behavioral economist. I think of these things that nobody thinks about. Subconsciously, they're looking at their financial statement for their last fiscal year saying, oh my word, I don't know. I mean, we gotta try. They're not, in other words, they're not going to be as generous. They're not going to be as apt to say, you know what, we're going to absorb those extra costs. We're going to absorb those extra costs. They're not going to be as apt to do that. I heard one restaurant owner owns a chain of restaurants saying that if they want to exist right now in the current environment that we're in, where business is higher than it's ever been, they have to make a decision as to whether to shut down a number of their locations and go ahead in their other locations and pay $35 to $40 an hour to their cooks that they were paying $20, $22 an hour. They've got to make, because it's the only way they can get them to come back to work. They're coming back to work and their cooks are saying, hey man, I got to have at least $35 an hour. They either got to pay them or they got to shut down. That, look, they're not in a position I don't have to tell you what restaurants have gone through. They're not in a position to not pass that along. They will. So even though the pent up desires in us want to get out there and go, we are going to have to pay more money for it. There will be a time, I'm guessing November area, give or take a few weeks, where everybody's going to say, look, man, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this. We're just going to, we've gotten out, we got it out of our system. We got to start thinking about saving and cutting back a little bit. That time is going to come. I don't think it's going to come this summer, but it's going to come. Make no mistake about it. It will. And we will be in that place.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.